All right, everybody, I got this 2017 Ram 3500 DRW. It's got the check, what was it, service SVC 4WD light came on. It's new to me, but it's a 92,000 mile truck. Brought it up from Houston to North Carolina, up to Pennsylvania, grabbed a slide-in truck bed camper weighing about 5,000 pounds, and on my way back in Boone, North Carolina, it was a rainy, cold morning up in the mountains, and I had to go up mountain with that 5,000 pound payload. And I tried putting into four-wheel drive and immediately went into SVC 4WD or whatever that message is on the dash, solid yellow, non-flashing light. And it did not get stuck in four-wheel drive. It never engaged four-wheel drive at all. So it's one thing I forgot to do when I bought this vehicle is I didn't actually throw it into four-wheel drive to make sure it ran in gear, and it just it failed. So looking online, it looks like it might be a somewhat common issue, and so right now we've got it jacked up in the garage. First time I've ever done one of these, so got it at an angle, obviously jacked up on the passenger side. So if this works, here's the formula that I've used so far. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2-bys in there, plus a what is that stuff? Plus a sliver of severe weather decking in there. So I can't remember if that stuff 1 inch or 1 1/4, 1 1/8 or anything. So that's what I got the back, just the outside back tire resting on that one. Then I've got just a 3-ton jack back there just to kind of back it up. I've got my 3-ton jack in here with 2 2x4s just on the frame member. So we are straight down from the passenger side door handle, and then got a 1, 2, 3 2-bys and a 4x6 in there. So do your own math on how thick we are at. 1, 3, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 8 inches up there. And then I've got that jack just bracing, not bracing, but just underneath there as kind of extra support. So unboxing this today. This is just off of Amazon. That's the part that I ordered. Hopefully it's the right down one. And nothing else in there. And that's what we got for around $80 or so. Is that a gasket? Alright. So it does have some kind of a strange O-ring kind of, anyway, it's a rubber sealer on there. You can see it's a little bit raised, kind of got that tooth look to it. So make sure that's seated properly, since it just arrived like this. It's a little bit kind of crooked sticking out of here, so kind of repack it. Makes me think I should. Probably what I'll do is, once I pull that other one off, I'm sure it's going to drip a little bit of fluid out of there. And the purpose of having this up on its side like this, just watching another gentleman's YouTube video, is he has his parked on a hill, which was pretty clever, is to minimize the loss of fluid inside that area there. So after he unbolts the 3 or 4, was it 4 bolts here, he also kind of laid this underneath there to capture any drips from the old one inside the new one here. So that's what I will do as well. It should be plug and play. And let me get the bolt sizes off there, and we'll go to town. It shouldn't take but maybe 10-15 minutes, a little bit more, making the video. Alright, here we go. So we're facing forward, and passenger front tire here, and obviously just off to the left of that is your old unit here, new unit. So I'll probably reposition this guy here, get a little bit cleaner passage underneath. So when I start taking these bolts off, I'm hoping that I can capture all of that oil that starts dripping out of here. I'm hoping it minimizes the drip having this at an angle, but you know, I don't understand where that. I would think that you'd want this thing tipped with the ass end of the vehicle up, not to the left, but you know, I'm just kind of following his lead on that. So yeah, let's get to work there. They look like they might be 10 or 11 mil bolts. So before we get too crazy on this, I'll go ahead and mark the bolts with this paint pen. We'll mark it on the downward side. That'll get our torque spec correct is the idea on that. It's a little bit off of being straight down, but that'll be close enough.
8 months jail. 4 months probation.
Okay.
You're annoying me. You can't play chicken with me. I invented chicken.
That should work. And I'll count those rotations as I take these out and just kind of note that down, and we'll go for that same amount on the way back in. So by the way, these are 10 mil.
All rise. With honorable judge Lippitz.
Well, it's got a little bit of torque on there. I'm going to start that two-handed. Alright, so we got this one turned at 1 turn so far. Quarter, half, quarter, 2. Alright, I'm going to count the rest of these off camera. I'll get you the turn count. So there's 6 turns. Here is 7. Oops, that is unfocused. And 8, 8.5, 9. It's coming loose, and about 9 1/8. 9 1/8. Do you have some red thread lock on there? It looks like, so I'll clean those guys off. 6, 7, and 8. Almost 9, 9 and 1/8, 9 1/8. I'm going to forget that number, so I don't want to have to review back to my own video, so I'm just going to write that down right there. And I don't want to put this other unit under there too quick, catch all that dirt that's on there. I think I'm actually going to hit this this lower end with some brake clean, just to clean off the edges. It drips down. I don't want to pull that dirt into the fluid. All right. So let us let's do a little bit of preventative maintenance on that thing. Nice. Gotta clean up the edges just so we don't want any trash falling down into our new one as we let her drip. Can't really see my cell phone very easily, so hopefully I'm capturing most of this for you guys. We're gonna have to clean the gasket area around there, I guess, is my understanding. So figure this out as we go. Top edge cleaned off. It falls down in our project. All right. Also, there's this electrical connector. See, I think these slide up, if I remember right. This little red slides upward, and then what? I think I'm gonna need both hands on this one, you guys. All right, so we just started our drip right there. You can see here. So I'm gonna capture everything I can into this thing. I'm gonna do most of this off cam from this point on, you guys. I want to preserve this fluid. I'm not sure how important it is, so I'm gonna have to do a little off cam. All right, I'm gonna put that bolt back in there just to hold that fluid in a little better while I loosen these other guys. Let me try to video the rest of this process. So yeah, this is just slide up on this red clip, slide it up, and then you put your finger in on that black bippy in the middle there, just push straight in, and you'll be able to slide that electrical connector right off. Oh, looks like we need to release this guy as well. Alright, so my plan of attack, I've got all these bolts loosened up, I think finger tight. I'm just pushing in on this unit right here, capturing any liquid that I can down inside this guy. You can see it's starting to pool up there just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon or two. I'm hoping that when I open this, it's not going to be a whole lot, but when I pull this off, I'll actually raise that one up and try to capture, and well, I'll let you know what I do when I'm done. I might have to clean the gasket area off a little bit, I'm not sure. Alright, so that was kind of chaotic a little bit. So I'd say I probably lost an 1/8 of a cup, I'd say, of the fluid out of here. Not too thrilled with that, of course. I don't know what the capacity of that fuel is actually, or that fluid is in there. Another thing, when I've torqued these things back down to where they belong, I felt like there was a little bit too much of that oil that still was seeping out of here. It might be just that it was contained on the outside of that gasket, and it was just, you know, continuing to leak around the entire outside perimeter, because that shit was absolutely just everywhere. So it may have been just that. So I took a bunch of carb cleaner, took my air compressor hose, and just kind of blew out this edge as much as I could around here, and cleaned everything off as well as I can. Just so I can kind of, maybe tomorrow morning, I'll take a look and make sure that I'm not still seeping that very, very thick gear oil, or whatever that is. I gotta look that up tonight and find out what that is, and more importantly, how I can top that off. I don't really understand where you add that stuff to when you lose it. So this cheap ass plastic housing, my thinking is it'd be best to tap a hole in here and actually just fill it into this damn void. I'm gonna look at that old one and see if there's a way to do that, or, you know, find out if there's some other way to add that. There probably is. I just, you know, never looked into it before, so wasn't super thrilled with how much came out of there. And also, again, I'm not 100% confident that I don't have a very, very slow leak of that, which that ain't gonna be good if I've got that going on. So we'll see how this goes over the next couple days. I'll just keep an eye on this area here and make sure I'm not losing lubrication in there. And the most rewarding thing of all, and I completely forgot about this, you get in the vehicle and start it for the first time just to take it off of the wheel chocks, and that check 4WD or service 4WD light is gone. So that's worth it alone, just to not have that light on there.